next spot should just be up the road. There should be a river just right up there. There's all dirt roads, about 8 miles of just straight dirt roads. A very narrow bridge. So we're not gonna go back down that road again. We're just gonna go by the back by the other spot where we were in last video, guys. The last clip. Let me know what it looks like. Okay. Okay, now guys, this part of the clip I'm actually editing right now a couple hours after I already came back home from catching the fish. The clip you saw before is actually just a random clip I had of me driving for a different video, and I just wanted to put it in there so I have something to fill the video with something entertaining, I guess. I just grabbed my phone, I started recording because I knew it might break off, so I just grabbed my phone quick and started recording a video while I was trying to fight the fish. Picture right here of where I caught the fish. I blur out the name just because it's kind of close to where I live and I don't want a bunch of people fishing there. If you want to know the location, just message me directly. I'll email it to you. I just don't want it to be like right there, public knowledge. That's all. It's kind of weird, and the clips are kind of jumbled because they're from a week before the clips you saw, and then this clip me catching the fish for like a week after. So I'm hooked up. I'm hooked up to a big fish, guys. Look. Look. Holy crap. Holy crap, this thing is too big. Holy crap. Musky. Calm down. It's from the bottom of my feet to my belly button. There we go. He's going. Bye, buddy. Oh my gosh. Holy crap, guys. I thought he was gonna die. I'm glad he's leaving. He looks just very tired. I hold him as high. I hope he didn't hurt himself, because I hold him by his you can see him, he's swimming away. See? That's a big fish. That was a very big fish. My scales up there. I didn't want to risk dropping him on the rocks or anything. That was like, what, 10 or 12 casts in. I think he got a little bit scraped out of rocks, but he should be just fine. Put it upside down a little bit, so I was kind of worried about that. But then I moved him back and forth. I guess he was just very tired, and because I hold it on him, he thrashed around like a huge amount. It was pretty heavy. I couldn't even... Oh, that blood is from me. I got bit. My hand is bit. Well, not really bit, but cut up by it must have just barely grazed its teeth. I didn't feel anything. That was a razor sharp. I'm glad it's not the fish that's bleeding, it's just me. So yeah, he's gone. I'm glad. Yeah, he was upside down, so I tried moving him around, and then he swam away kind of slow. I guess I just tired him out enough. I'm just glad that he swam away. But yeah, he was a little scuffed up, like he got bit by some other fish. Like another fish tried biting him or got fought with another fish. I think nothing, it wasn't too bad. I mean, I held him. He might have thrashed the back of his tail up against the rocks, might have scuffed him up a little bit, but I hold him pretty tight on his jaw. Hopefully nothing's broke. It seemed pretty fine, but I think he was just very tired, that's all. Because he was sort of to the side, then I moved him out farther into the water. I turned him straight and I could feel his tail moving, so he swam out there kind of slowly, but it looked like they were doing something up out of shore anyway, so I just literally I casted it right up out of shore. I saw him like surfacing, like literally right over there surfacing. So then I was standing right there. I just pitched over there. I jigged it a little bit and I just put it right in his mouth. I set the hook as hard as I can. I wanted it to tire out more. I never grabbed the muskie by its mouth. I'm scared about that if I do catch one. But when I had my hands in his mouth, I accidentally grabbed and touched one of his teeth. It was so sharp. I'm glad it didn't thrash then. But as you can see, my hands bleeding pretty bad. Yeah. Muskies are no joke, guys. I mean, I don't care. Listen, if I would rather myself get cut than the fish get cut, because I always could stitch myself up. So yeah. And fish at 10,000 casts, I caught it in like 10. See you guys, man. I'll see if I can find the pictures. There we go, guys. Guys, so hopefully you like that video. That's insane. I don't even know what to think. Like, I wasn't that excited when I caught the fish. I mean, because I thought it was gonna break off. I knew it was gonna break off. But I'm just really happy that I got out and I got out of shore and it swam away. If any of you guys catch muskie, I hope the fish is okay, because it sort of turned to its side, almost like it was dead almost. I was moving back and forth to get water in its gills, but people say you shouldn't do that. There's no reason to. So I just held it by its tail for like maybe a minute or something. The first minute I was moving it back for a second minute, I held it by its tail and sort of wiggled it around. I felt it was sort of moving its tail, and then it sort of swam slowly out towards the middle of the river. I hope it's okay. If any of you guys know anything about muskies, can you tell me if the fish was okay? Because it did swim away, but it was thrashing a lot, so it was probably just very tired. Yeah, that's insane. It was a 40-inch muskie. I measured from my toe all the way up to my belly button. Basically, it was like 40 to 41 inches, so that's pretty good for a muskie. I saw another muskie, a small one, probably 30-inch, 35-inch muskie that was right in that same area, and I think a black sturgeon it looked like. That was right there by the shore. I would not have caught that muskie if it wasn't right by the shore. I took my it was a spinnerbait, a yellowhead spinnerbait with a soft plastic worm trailer. Show a picture out of here of sort of maybe what it looks like, or I could just zoom into the picture of it. That's what I used, and I just jigged it up by its face. I saw it right there. I climbed by the rocks and it was right there, probably about 5 or 6 feet away from me. I jigged it up once and I saw it was sort of interested and looked at it, so I threw it back over that. I threw it a couple of feet in front of it and I jigged it in, dropped it right by its mouth. I'm like, oh, it probably might scare it, because like no bait fish would go right by the mouth of the muskie. And it just grabbed in its mouth. I set the hook, it started pulling. It didn't fight as hard as I thought it would be, because it was kind of shallow. But when I grabbed it and I held it in my hand, I should have let it fight for longer. But when I grabbed it in my hand, it was thrashing so bad. I try to hold it as tight as I can, because if it would have, see, my hands were like this, and its teeth were like this, right? So, and I was holding it by its like its jaw. So if I would have held a little looser, it could have went like this, and its teeth are about this far away from my hand, right, from the inside of its mouth. If I would have loosened up a little bit, it could have went like this, grabbed, pinched, and took my finger right off. So I already have, as you can see. Yeah, that's just from brushing up against its teeth from inside of its mouth. That's insane, guys. If you like this video, if you like, let's get to 2 likes, and we'll do another musky fishing video in this exact river. This is Great Dam. I live in the area. I definitely come to this place. Musky fishing tips, guys, and I just really want to know if the muskie's okay, and what I could improve on my muskie fishing from what you saw from the video, guys. I just grabbed the phone, I started recording just because it might break off. I thought it would. My friend caught a muskie once, like 2 muskies he hooked up onto. Sturgeon and muskie all broke off, but Man, it's a $30 rod. It's one of those Walmart, like, I think it's Ugly Stick, I'm not sure, but, and a, Abu Garcia, Pro Max 3, I think, yeah. It thrashed my hand around so much. I was holding as tight as I could. I didn't want to hurt it, but I hold as tight as I could so that doesn't bite my finger off. Yeah, that was a freaking tough fish. Yeah, I think I just wore it out. That's why it took a little bit. People said it could take 20 seconds or up to 20 minutes. So it only took 2 minutes, so it should be just fine to fish. It looked like it was a little bit beat up probably from fighting with other fish or scraping up against. Because I saw another fish chasing bait fish up against the side of the dam, like right up against here. It was just like following here, like making splashes and following across on the opposite side, on that side of the dam, like right up against the wall. Must have been chasing a fish or something. That's crazy, guys. Yeah, you could keep this one musky limit per day, but I'm not gonna, no, unless the worst case scenario, if I tried for like 5-10 minutes and I couldn't revive it and I just floated up. If it floated up like that, I could sort of hold it. It sort of tipped to its side because of its current. But when I held it by its tail and wiggled it for maybe a minute or so, it started going. But yeah, I'm glad it's okay. That's just what I'm really worried about. I was scared to even catch a freaking 20-inch or 15-inch pike and not get bit by it. So I never held it like that. So I'm just like, I'm not gonna injure this fish. I had to man up, so I grabbed the fish right where it's supposed to be, and it's like a handle basically. It's jaw, bone, when you grab it's basically like a handle, so I had a lot of control over it. So hope you guys liked this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. See you guys there. Bye.